Well guys, Happy New Year. As you're watching this, it is now 2025 and we are finishing the year, because today is New Year's Eve, the way everybody would want to. Shifting dirty water. My favourite job. I'm only joking, it's not too bad. I've not done it for a little while. The last time the ditch was emptied, Rob did it, so he is pulling his weight. But yeah, I cannot believe it is the end of 2024 already. It seems like yesterday I started working here, and that was back in May. It doesn't seem like 12 months ago I just got back from Australia for our honeymoon. And those of you that have been watching the channel since 12 months ago will know that this time last year we had just taken on some cattle of our own. Something's happening here. Right, we're off. I don't really know what happened there. The pump changed tone to a tone it doesn't normally have. So I thought something had gone wrong, but it's absolutely fine. So as I was saying, we took on our own cattle in December of 23, and again, as some of you know, we didn't really hold on to them that long. We actually sold them in June this year, so 6 months of cattle ownership for no reason other than situations changing, me coming to work here, which is what I really wanted to do, get back into dairy farming. I don't know if I've ever told the story of coming to work here. Basically, I've known Rob and the family for most of my life that I can remember. I played football with Rob's brother Mark from about the age of 9. And anyway, through knowing the family, I came here for my school's work experience when I was 15. After I did my week of work experience here, I then used to come and hang out on the weekend like a bad smell, trying to find something to do, getting a bit of experience, which Richard and Rosie were very kind in letting me do. But that was 15 years ago. I've since worked on another local dairy farm for nearly 10 years, and then, as you guys would have known, at Northwick for 4 years. And I was sort of like looking to go back into dairy, and I was speaking to Abby about it, and I think she knew that's what I really enjoyed doing. And so one night I just texted Rob. I said, I don't suppose you know anyone with any work going on a dairy farm. It just so happens that Rob's herdsman that had been here for 25 years had handed in his notice the day before. Like, you can't write that. That doesn't happen unless it is meant to be. So anyway, long story short, I handed in my notice at Northwick and came to work here. The farm has changed here like massively. It's unrecognisable from what it was those 15 years ago when I was here. As a by, where we now AI the cows, that was the main parlour. So the main parlour, that was the parlour. So I've got the tank here. Where the parlour is now in that building, that was all the big main loose house. The big shed behind, that wasn't there. Cubicle shed wasn't there. The lean-to, or the smaller cubicle shed, wasn't there. Slurry pit out the far side wasn't there. There wasn't even walls in the silage pits. It is really different. Where the big shed is there, where the calves are, there used to be a thing called a deep litter there. So there was a little track that went up with a right hand turn in it, and on the top it levelled out, and there was a little really quite low shed. You could just about get the Ford 4000 in there, down the middle, to scrape out all the actual pens on the left and right that we had calves in. You had to fork out by hand. So yeah, in the last 15 years, probably the last 10 years since Rob's been home certainly, this place has changed massively. The big milk silo, that wasn't there. Big cake bin, that's new. And it's just been one thing after the next. But yeah, it's been a bit of a whirlwind 12 months. It's been a very whirlwind 7 months since working here. Getting to grips with everything again. Gone through most of a grazing season, a calving season. We're halfway through a serving season. And we're sort of at that point now where we're getting to the new year. And give it a month, 6 weeks, hopefully we'll start to get the cows back outside again. We've stopped AI in for the time being. We're just putting 3 of the bulls in with the cows for 24 hours and then swapping them out for the other 3 every day. So you can almost just start to slow down and take it a bit steadier. We're going to have our first scanning session on Thursday, the 2nd, to see if some of the early AIs, how they're holding. In terms of JM farming in the last 12 months, obviously we took the cattle on and subsequently sold them. We've had thousands of new subscribers, tens of thousands of people watching the videos from every corner of the world, which is incredible. I've done collaborations with big companies like Makina that sell the boots I wear, the UK Technicians campaign, so we're on adverts in cinemas, which some of you guys have sent me Snapchats of seeing them in there, which is just mind-blowing to see. Tank's full, and just as it has for the last couple of years, 2025 is going to kick off with us going to Lama. So me and Abby are hopefully going to go up on Thursday the 16th. That is the current plan anyway. I know we're not as machinery focused anymore, but there are still machines here. And actually, even if you're not going to look at machinery, it's a great place to go and meet your friends and family and whatever, just have a day off and a day out, chill out a bit. So we'll be going to Lama again in a couple of weeks time. Just had to go and make some running repairs. Got a bit of lovely red tape there on the top of that pipe, so that had a hole in it. It did already have some black tape on it, and the air has blown through it, so we've patched it up with a bit of red tape now. That'll go on for years. Anyway, ditch is dropping. This will be one thing that'll be very nice this time next year to look back on and hopefully not have to be doing, because by now, in 12 months time, hopefully the pit over there will be completed. No moving dirty water needlessly over the winter period. Just sit in that pit and then wait until we want to actually spread it somewhere. That'll be fabulous. Rob and Rich have just come down, gone to look at a couple of poorly cows we got in the cow house there. I've shown you guys cow number 8 on the channel recently who went off her legs with like E. coli mastitis. We actually walked her in the parlour for the first time this morning in probably 3 weeks, which is obviously very good news. Sadly, we've had 2 other cows go sick with a very similar thing. Now it's related to bulling, because all 3 of these cows, we've got number 8, 172 and 938, they all bulled and then showed a very, very, very slight sign of mastitis. So ever so slightly swollen quarter, for which we treated number 8. And then 24 hours later she went ill. 172 looked absolutely fine. She came in, had a big quarter, put some Udamint on it, thought we'll give her 24 hours, see how she goes. She went 24 hours fine, and then at like hour 36 say, she actually got stuck in a cubicle on Christmas morning of all days, and I don't know whether she got worn out from trying to get out of the cubicle, or she just had all her energy sapped from bullying. And the mastitis had taken a hold on her, so she was stuck. So she's in the loose house now with number 8. And then last night we had another cow, 938, came in the parlour last, which she doesn't normally. And Rob was away, and I said to Rich, I don't think we should let her in the cubicles, because we'll end up just dragging her out like we have those other 2. So we put her in the loose house, and actually had the vet out to her last night. She had a low temperature, which is quite dangerous in a cow, and just gone off her appetite. Just feels a bit like I have all over Christmas. I've had the man flu and whatever. I know loads of people have. So yeah, so now those 3 cows are now in a pen in with the heifers, just having a bit of R&R. So hopefully we've caught them early enough to be able to treat them properly, and you know, they'll make a recovery. See, number 8 coming in the parlour was good this morning. She looked absolutely fine on her feet. Right, dirty water ditch 2024 over and out. There's probably a slight little bit left in there, but we're not going back for a part load. See you next year, ditch. By that I mean probably next week. Well, that's that jobbed. Calves look like they could want a clean out probably on Thursday or Friday. Today's Tuesday. Oh, hello calf, how are you? Here comes Trevor. Hello Trevor. Hello Trev. You guys okay? Oh yes. A friendly bunch they are. The Christmas sand stock is depleting. We've got enough there to do a couple more beddings, I would have thought. You alright, cow? You got your head stuck? No, you're alright. We did have a bull get his head in this one. Get stuck. Well, there is a bull. Fresh bales out this morning too. These guys happy? Nice and dry, this stuff. It's almost like haylage. So it keeps their bed clean as well. Right, just time for a bit of lunch before coming back for the final milking of the year. Let me know down in the comments how your year has been. Overall, I'd say mine's been brilliant. Sadly, towards the end of the year, we've had to go to a couple of funerals, which I've had to be a bearer for, which is never easy, but it's one of life's guarantees, along with taxes and flat roofs always leak. So I hope you've all had a really good New Year's Eve into New Year's Day, and there's not too many sore heads watching this. And just one final thank you for all the continued support over the year. I'm always amazed about how many people want to watch what goes on in my life and what I'm up to and whatever. And thank you for getting us over 20,000 subscribers. I know it's just a number, but it was a little goal I had, so really nice to hit that one. Might see some of you at Llama Show in a couple of weeks' time. If not, we'll see you on another video very soon. Cheerio.
Like a drug that